Am I the idiot for ruining my brother's marriage because his wife left me at the pool? This whole situation is so bizarre that I still can't really process it. It still doesn't feel real, but I feel scared and guilty. I, a 19 female, had surgery a couple days ago to get all 4 of my wisdom teeth out, and because I have a really bad fear of dentists, they had to drug me pretty hard to do the removal. Not like laughing gas that wears off really fast, but actual 4 medicine, so I was pretty much unconscious during the whole thing. They told me to have a responsible adult drive me to the appointment and back because the meds they gave me would make it dangerous to drive. My mom was on a work trip and couldn't take me, so I asked my sister-in-law Bree, 24, not her real name, if she could do it as the whole thing would only take an hour or 2. I even offered gas money because the dental office is about 45 minutes away. I would have asked my brother, but he works during the day while Bree is a stay-at-home mom to their 2-year-old daughter who I think was at Bree's mom's house that day. Bree agreed to take me to my appointment and the surgery went fine. Bree waited in the lobby for me to be done. When I came out of anesthesia I was very disoriented and nauseous, which I guess is normal. I had gauze shoved in my mouth to stop any bleeding and Bree took me to her car after I was let go. I don't really remember much of the drive, but it felt like not enough time passed before Bree got out of the car and told me to come with her. I was really out of it and just followed her because the alternative was staying in the hot car. Long story short, we were at a pool. I was really confused, but once we were through the gate Bree basically parked me at one of those little table benches, said she'd be back in a while. I was still trying not to puke and was really dizzy from the heat, 90+ degrees, and the drugs, so I asked her to take me home but she wouldn't. I guess since it was her day off and she didn't have my niece she was meeting friends at the pool. I was starting to feel really sick and on the verge of passing out or having a panic attack, so I called my brother. I don't think he could understand me between the meds and the stuff in my mouth because he hung up and I guess called Bree, because she came stomping back over, cussing and yelling at me, and took me back to the car. I passed out on the drive home, but when we arrived my brother had left work and met us in the driveway. He was screaming at Bree and she was crying. I was still pretty disoriented but my brother took me back home and stayed with me until the meds wore off. That's when he told me he's divorcing Bree because of what she did plus some other things he didn't go into detail about. It's been a few days since then and Bree has been blowing up my phone telling me what a B I am and how me tattling destroyed her family. Part of me feels bad because of my niece and I wonder if I should have just dealt with it and waited for her to be done at the pool, instead of calling my bro and causing problems. Am I the idiot? No, OP is not the idiot. And it is not only because this event that her brother decided to divorce his wife. She did something horrible to OP. In a time of need and vulnerability, her sister-in-law instead of helping put her aside, which was a risk for OP. Other things must be going on in their marriage and this carelessness with OP was the last straw. He's divorcing Bree because of what she did plus some other things. OP, you are not the reason they're getting a divorce. But if you find out the reason, please come back and update because inquiring minds want to know. Not the idiot. That's exactly it. This is the one that broke the camel's back. I wouldn't be surprised if she mistreats the niece, parental responsibility to have fun with friends, and this was the last straw. Oh yeah, this was just the final straw. I have a feeling there is a long list of her being irresponsible and most of them related to caring for their daughter. That's just an assumption I'm making, but Bree has proven she doesn't care about people's well-being. Not the idiot. Your brother choosing to get a divorce is not your fault. Obviously, her treatment of you was just the final straw in a long line of other issues. This, plus making a person go to a pool after surgery with anesthesia without their consent, is totally not okay. Plus, OP barely even knew what the F was going on, so there aren't many things they could really be blamed for in that state. Certainly not this. Are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to know when there's a new video. Now let's go to the next story. Update: am I the idiot for ruining my brother's marriage because his wife left me at the pool? First, thank you to everyone who read the original post and reassured me. It helped a lot, and I understand now that my brother's marriage was rocky before Bree pulled the stunt in my original post. I'm not good at Reddit, usually just silently read posts. And my update kept getting deleted on the Am I the Idiot sub, but a ton of folks asked for it, so here it is. I called my bro to check on things, thank him again and see how he and my niece were doing, and he told me some things about Bree and why he's divorcing her. I don't think she's cheated on him or anything like a lot of people in the original post thought, at least my bro never said anything about that, but y'all were right about the incident with me being the straw that broke the camel's back, and that I'm not the only victim of Bree being careless. A while back I guess my bro came home early from work and found my niece, 2 years old, alone in their house with the front door unlocked. He called Bree 3 or 4 times with no answer, and she came in the front door right before he was about to call the cops. Apparently she went to the convenience store like a 5-minute drive from their place and left my niece by herself. When my brother yelled at her, she said it was fine because nothing bad happened. And when he said the door was unlocked, she just said she must have forgot and that it wasn't a big deal. Her phone was silenced on the charger in their bedroom, which is why she didn't answer when he called. Bree called him dramatic and told him to stop telling her how to parent and that niece was fine for 20 minutes, while she shopped for dinner stuff. My bro is taking some time off work to take care of my niece because he kicked Bree out of their house the same day I had my surgery. She is staying at a hotel that bro is paying for, and he gave her 2 weeks, more like 1.5 now, to find a place before he quits paying for it. He says he's going for full custody because Bree is a danger to my niece and doesn't trust her anymore. She tried to argue when he kicked her out, but he threatened to call the police for what she did to me, which I guess scared her because she left. Sorry it isn't a very exciting update, but that's all bro would tell me. I think this isn't the first time Bree neglected niece too, but he said he's doing what it takes to make sure it doesn't happen again. He also said he doesn't think that Bree is completely malicious, but is extremely careless, and doesn't believe her actions affect other people, which is why she can't be trusted not to hurt others by being selfish. I'm doing well after my surgery, even after everything that happened, so thank you all for the good wishes and advice. I've gotten a lot of messages and sweet words, and it's a little too overwhelming to respond to all of them, but it still makes me feel a lot better about everything. So thank you again. I'm glad things worked out okay, OP. Maybe Bree's not a bad person, but she clearly has a problem making decisions that are so irresponsible that they put other people in danger. I can't blame your brother at all for wanting to end the relationship for the sake of his family's safety. Hope you feel better soon. Stay hydrated, get lots of rest, and stay away from using straws and eating rice as long as you can. If you don't have a water syringe to help blast food particles out of the extraction sites, I highly recommend getting one. I watched your struggle with posting the update and am so glad you finally posted it to your profile. It's good that he's seeking full custody, because she has demonstrated a clear disregard for vulnerable humans under her care. I hope your brother has documentation of the times she ran off, such as proof that he called her phone over and over without answer. And save all the texts she sent you. Even if he gets a lawyer, he can also build an FU file. Your brother sounds like a great father. Keeping a 2-year-old alone at home unsupervised is unforgivable. The fact that she has the audacity to tell him not to interfere with her parenting of their child is ridiculous. I hope you recover well from your surgery and everything works out for your bro and your niece. These are today's stories, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more stories. Until next time.